Guilty.
Don't worry, Jem.
Guilty.
It's not time to worry yet.
Thanks for being brave, Jem. I admire your courage.
Atticus, what do you have in your hand?
Oh, nothing of importance.
Night, Atticus.
Good night, Jem. I'll see you in the morning.
Can I go to Miss Marty's in the morning? What about Dill? Can he come? Can I talk to Miss Stephanie's at the Radleys? Will Mr. Avery be there?
Calm down, Jem. Maycomb will still be here in the morning. Good night.
Oh, Maycomb, such a wonderful little town. Since we live in Maycomb, which is a small town in southern Alabama, many everyday events are influenced by the dynamics of our enclosed community and the poverty of the Depression. In Maycomb, every person knows each other, and that was important to what happened with the trial and everything around it. When my children were running around, they were protected by those around them. Miss Maudie, Miss Rachel, and all our other neighbors acted as parental figures and protected the children as their own. Also, everybody in town is very open in their business and affairs. If anything happens, whether good or bad, to someone who is in Maycomb, the rest of the town will know and open their arms to help. In addition, the poverty caused by the Depression really affects how people act. Many people from Maycomb are very poor and have barely enough to survive. This causes many to feel divested of their pride and self-esteem. People will do almost anything to feel empowered and dominant over somebody or some group, like when Bob Ewell used racism to get what he wanted. His actions, which were the basis of one of the major plot lines of the story, were ultimately caused by the Depression and the conditions that resulted from it. Wow, setting plays a larger part in my story than I thought it did. What the? How'd that get there? Oh! Maybe I should just leave that book alone. Well, maybe one more time.
Finally, I've reached the summit of the hill, and I can see all of Tortilla Flat in Monterey in its glory. I can even see the bay. Whoa, that's weird. Just staring down at the town makes me think about how this time period and where we live affect our interactions and adventures. Although the good times are rolling in this country, everyone in Tortilla Flat is poor. Almost no paisano has a steady job, and even a hard day's work can only make you a few dollars. We waste our days away with wine and adventure, but these adventures are more important than just for those that help. Because of our poverty and race, subconsciously we paisanos know that we are a drain on society. This is what causes us to embark on our adventures. We do them to feel purpose and worth. Although that we feel we are helping others, we're actually just helping our egos. Also, since Tortilla Flat is such a small town, we all know each other and help each other. The community of paisanos is like a family, and we treat each other as such. I let Pilon, Jesus Maria, and my friends stay in the house I inherited just because they needed a place to stay. We acted together as a family in our adventures, and we helped anybody in Tortilla Flat just because we had known them our entire lives. Anything I own is my friends and neighbors. Because we all own so little, there's no point in keeping to ourselves. If I buy a gallon of wine, is not with the intent of drinking it myself. I intend on sharing my gallon of wine with those willing. The strong sense of bonding is what makes the setting of my story so important. It creates a strong foundation for the events that take place in my story. If we didn't live in our poor, enclosed town, things would have never been the same. The people down there need me. I should get going.
Whoa! Who are you? How'd you get here?
Who are you?
My name is Danny. I come from Tortilla Flat, a small town in California. Who are you?
I'm Atticus Finch, from Macomb, Alabama. I come from a very small town too. May I ask you a few questions?
But of course. But not for too long, because I have a party to be getting to.
Okay. Well, I was reading your book when I saw some parallels between how Tortilla Flat is similar to Macomb and how your socioeconomic level is similar to what I experienced with those around me during the Depression.
Funny, I was just thinking the same thing before I came out of my book. Since Tortilla Flat is so small, all the paisanos know each other and treat each other as family.
So my inference was correct. Things are exactly the same in Macomb. The town is small, isolated, and families have lived here together for generations. As I am related by blood or marriage to nearly everyone in Macomb, I treat them all as family along with the rest of my family. And since Macomb is but a small farming community, we need all the help and support as we can get.
Oh, Macomb is poor as well? We have a lot in common. Although my era is known as the Roaring Twenties due to widespread wealth and success, the paisanos of Tortilla Flat are all poor because of our race. We have no money to spend, and most of our food we steal. I am even lucky to have a house, which I only inherited.
I'm sorry to hear that, but yes, most of all of Macomb is poor. The farmers, who are similar in class to you as a paisano, have no money. They are unsure where their next meal may come from, and the only reason they have houses is because they have been in their families for generations.
Wow, I never knew that others have fallen upon such bad luck as me and my friends. Well, it was good seeing you, Atticus, but my friends are looking for me.
Goodbye, Danny. What the? Ha, disappearing people. What a strange theme for today. Theme. The first thing that comes to my mind when I hear the word theme is the killing of innocents.
The killing of innocents, so unfortunate, yet so evident in the recollections of the happenings that have taken place. Tom Robinson was not a guilty man, but was destined to be convicted as soon as he was accused by May Ella. The fear the citizens had of blacks becoming equal to whites was the ultimate reason behind this misfortune, as he was forced to be thrust down into the black abyss of prejudice. Although there were many facts that could have proved him innocent, the citizens of Macomb were too conservative and oblivious to pay attention, because they have a firm mindset. Tom Robinson's innocence was truly eradicated, as he will never be viewed as an innocent person again. It's almost like the sin of killing a mockingbird. Tom was not a detriment to society at all, but instead someone who made May Ella's life all the better. This is what makes killing his innocence such a sin. I believe I'm being rather hypocritical here. Although I was a protagonist in the past events, I did have my moment of guilt. Although I felt it was justified at the time, I shot Tim Johnson, the neighborhood dog. I had no evidence that Tim Johnson really had rabies, but at the time I weighed the pros and cons and decided for the safety of society, it was better to chance the killing of the innocent than to let the guilty live. This is very similar to the conviction of Tom Robinson. You know, I think my vigor in the Tom Robinson case was partly caused by the mistake I made. Both of these events, the conviction of Tom Robinson and the death of Tim Johnson, are points in my story where the theme of killing innocents was evident. What? Another book? My day keeps on getting weirder and weirder.